Welcome to this week's edition of the Bronco Weekly Sports Wrap. I'm Nici Gilday.
And I'm Denzel Johnson. As we march on in April, this week marks the first of the West Coast Conference Spring Championships.
That's right, Denzel. Both men's and women's golf head to the Saticoy Country Club in Somis to vie for the WCC crown. The men's team is coming off a second-place finish at the championships last year, its best result since 1997. EYEBRONCO caught up with Carlos Briones, Gio Gandionco, and Coach Rob Miller to preview the event.
I understand that Drew Miller has played this course quite a bit, being from the area. Have you picked his brain going into this tournament?
We don't even have to pick his brain because he's always raving about how good the golf course is. So we're pretty excited, and we're looking forward to really take this conference back because we have a huge advantage with having Drew and all of us being healthy and also being able to have really good talents this year. And it'll be an exciting conference, and who knows, maybe this could be our year.
Coach Miller talked about this being a wide open field. A handful of teams can take it. Sell me on why you think you guys will take it.
Well, I think this year, out of my 3 years, this is we've had a really good team this year. We have a lot of talent compared to our previous 2 years. Our first 3 guys have been playing consistently well, and we've won a tournament last fall, and it's just a matter of timing for all of us to just fit in and play well all together, and I'm sure we can win it this coming conference championship.
Each team hosts in a rotation, so this year's Pepperdine, and they've selected a course that is obviously very familiar to them and very tricky and very tough for the other teams. That's one thing, is just to be positive going into it, not just about their ability, but about their chances on this course. At this point, really, it's just a matter of picking a course strategy then that everybody's comfortable with, and so they can be committed to their shots and really feel like they can just play golf.
Santa Clara squares off against a field of 8 teams in a 3-day event that concludes tomorrow.
Women's golf hits the links with 4 other teams in its quest for the championship. EYEBRONCO heard from Annie Freman, Meghan Shain, and head coach Krystal Kelly prior to the event. Annie, you just finished your last tournament of the season. Was there any part of your game that you wanted to focus on coming into this year?
Yeah, what's cool about golf is they give you stats at the end of each tournament, and I tend to look at those and determine what part of my games I need to dial in more, and it really showed in my last tournament what I needed to work on, and I'm really excited to use that for conference.
Meghan, this is your 3rd time around at the WCC Championships. Can you talk a little bit about the mindset your team needs to have going into this contest?
Well, for conference, we kind of carry on the same mindset that we have at every other tournament. We just want to be very, very focused for this one, and we also need to have a very kind of patient mindset going into this golf course. It is a very difficult golf course. It's the hardest we play all year, so it'll be a true test of our ability. So just bring in a lot of patience and focus into these next couple days of practice will be key to carry that on to the tournament.
I think the big theme for this week is just going to be patience. We kind of play this game with fairways and greens and kind of keeping it simple. So that will be the biggest thing that we work on, is just not getting ahead of ourselves and just we want to hit the fairway and then hit the green. And if not, we've been working a lot on short game this year, so hopefully they can rely on that to help them score well.
The team wraps up the final round on Wednesday. Best of luck to both men's and women's golf down the home stretch.
Softball traveled to the East Bay, where they took 2 of 3 from St. Mary's over the weekend. Sierra Gonzalez kicked things off with a 1-hitter on Saturday. We talked with Gonzalez about her performance.
The 3 games went really well. I think the second game we kind of had a bit of a lull, but the 3rd game we came back fighting, and even though we gave up our lead, we showed a lot of fight and determination to come back and finish it in extra innings. I was really just focused on working one pitch at a time, especially because I had sprained my ankle the weekend before against LMU, so I knew that I maybe didn't have my strongest stuff, so I just really wanted to do it one pitch at a time and focus on the little things. In general, our team is a lot more competitive this year than the past, and I'm a super competitive person, so it's a lot of fun to just go out there and have the fight that we have this year.
The Broncos travel to Cal at 3 p.m. on Tuesday before continuing WCC play this weekend at San Diego.
Baseball took down San Jose State in a midweek game at Schott Stadium on Tuesday before heading to Pepperdine, where they were swept in a 3-game series.
And the 1-2 pitch hit to left fielder Braff. Moyer staying on third. He's tagging up. Play at the plate. Throw is in time, so Moyer thrown out at the plate.
The Broncos head back to the field at home on Tuesday against Stanford at 6 p.m. They'll take a break from conference action as they travel to number 8 TCU for a 3-game series that starts on Friday.
Men's tennis split over the weekend in a pair of WCC matches. They took down St. Mary's in Moraga but fell to Pacific. The team will continue with 3 matches this week starting Wednesday at 3 p.m. versus Sacramento State. They will conclude regular season action versus Gonzaga and Portland on Saturday and Sunday. Both matches will begin at noon and Sunday will be senior day.
Women's rowing will face St. Mary's on Saturday for their final tune-up for the WIRAs and the WCC championships. Men's rowing competed in the Stanford Invitational on Saturday and Sunday. The men's second varsity A boat picked up victories in both days of the event. The crew's next race will be in 2 weeks' time at the WIRAs in Lake Natoma.
Sand Volleyball was in Hermosa Beach for the USA Volleyball Collegiate Challenge over the weekend. They fell to number 1 USC and LMU. On Wednesday, the Broncos traveled to Cal for a 3 p.m. match and then host St. Mary's on Friday in Los Gatos at 3.
Women's water polo dropped a pair of conference matches on the road over the weekend to Cal Baptist and San Diego State. They're back at it on Friday at 3:30 versus LMU. Then they'll have their senior day on Saturday at 1 p.m. versus Azusa Pacific.
The women's tennis team fell to St. Mary's on Friday but sent the seniors off in style with a victory versus Pacific on senior day. They will conclude the regular season versus Gonzaga on Saturday and Portland on Sunday, both starting at 11.
Track continues its spring campaign this week at the Mount Sac Relays. Women's runners Mary Kriege and Grayson Murphy each set school records at the San Francisco State Distance Carnival in the team's last competition.
And that's going to do it for this week's Bronco Weekly Sports Wrap.
Check out some footage from the last 7 days of iBronco coverage. Go Broncos.
Down, up, down, up, down. Come on, CJ. Good. Go.
My favorite emoji is the broken heart one, and because my mom always told me I was a heartbreaker. The peaceful emoji that goes like this. And it adds a little emotion to the text to reassure that you're not mad at someone, and you can say it after any text.
The cheeky smiling one, like this, because I feel like you can use it in a lot of different scenarios, like, you know, joking or even like giving a poke at someone.
The smirk is my favorite emoji because I like to use it and it makes a lot of people laugh when I text it to them.
So Goose, so not only do you provide your talents as a pitcher, but what I really love about you is your positive attitude and your energy that you bring to the game. What's your sort of mentality of just always staying positive, always staying up? I mean, why?
It's just good to always just stay positive and keep good vibes going, because then nothing can really ever get you down. And so it's a lot of times on a team too, your teammates will pick up on your energy. So what you put out is what you get back. So it's always good just to stay up and positive.
Pleasure having you guys. I know we had you guys 2 years ago working out here, and you know, it's an opportunity to get better for you guys. Obviously on a Thursday, I don't think you guys could find another ballpark. So I follow you guys. Obviously I had great years at Santa Clara, changed my life. I was there in 84, 85, 86, believe it or not, a while ago, and we played at Buckshot. I didn't have the opportunity to play at the ballpark you guys did. I know it's a beautiful ballpark. I've been there, I've seen it, and I'm just proud of you guys, and I wish you guys the best of luck the rest of the way.
The sleeping one, and that's my favorite one because, you know, I gotta get my 8 hours of sleep every night. If I could, I'd probably sleep all day.
The one-up emoji, because everything we do, we're trying to be the best at, so we're number 1.